Welcome to the third part in this series on how to set up custom weapons with AGS. In this tutorial we're going to set up dual wield weapons, and we are also going to use the pickup system to add weapons dynamically when you pick them up in the game level. So to begin with, we're going to set up weapon switching so that we can select weapons with the scroll wheel. We have this input switch here, which uses the mouse scroll wheel to basically scroll through all your available weapons. So to set up this, we can move our Staff of Pain into the weapons container, and we can activate the runic accent so the character has both of them, and then we can go to the player script and we can delete the weapon view from the character's hand, and instead it will find all the weapons in the weapons container. And also we need to make a small modification to the player script, so we go to the player view script, which is found in the Space Ninja folder. I'm going to modify this script directly now, but if you do this on your own, you probably want to make a copy of the script as your own player script. So our first weapon is the two-handed axe, and our second weapon is the staff. So that's all you need to set up switching. So we go to Unity again and test it, and we should be able to switch between our weapons here. We start with the axe, and we use the scroll wheel to select the staff. And I remember that we forgot to set up a combo timeout for the animation, because you see the character is stuck in this combo sequence here. So what we do is we go to Overlord, we can stop the play, we go to the animator on the Overlord, and we go to the two-handed axe layer. You see here that we have no, we can in no way come back to the empty state except going through the whole combo sequence. So easiest way to do this is to make a transition from any state to empty if there is a combo timeout trigger. Okay, so let me just show this quickly, and then we'll continue on with the dual wield setup. So you hit the first sequence, and then a combo timeout is triggered. Okay, so we're ready to use, or rather we are ready to start with a dual wield setup. In the previous tutorial I said that I wanted to set up dual swords, but this Overlord character actually comes with a sword and shield on his back, as you can see here. So I'm thinking that we can use the shield as a weapon, so that we can use sword and shield as dual wield weapons. Currently there is no blocking system in AGS, but there probably will be later on, but for now we're going to use the shield and set up a smashing attack with it. So to begin with, let's move sword and shield from the character. Oh, sorry, where did it go? Here. I want it outside, and then I can reset position and rotation. This is the easiest way to set up hitboxes for otherwise it's really awkward when they what I'm doing. it's really awkward if there is a weird rotation on it. So you can see this sword already has a mesh collider. I'm not going to use that, so I'll remove it. And I remove the existing sword script. That script comes with the Overlord package, and we don't really need a rigid body on it either. So now we have a sword. Let's rename them shield, and I want a capital S sword. Okay. Let's start with the sword then. We add melee weapon view, range 1. Yeah, we need to create 2 new movesets, the sword and shield moveset. So let's go to the monodevelop, and we go to enum script, and we create sword, and we create sword and shield. Then we come back to Unity and let it compile, and then we select sword. And for this weapon we are also going to use it visible when it's holstered, so we will carry it on the character's back, even though we are using the staff, for example. So tick this checkbox here, and also let's create 2 empty game objects. Hit volumes, and then a game object in there which we call blade, and the blade should have a box collider, which we need to make a lot smaller, 0.1 perhaps, 0.1, 0.1, and let's move it forward a bit and make it somewhat smaller, 0.75, yeah, and no, that's too far, 0.55, yeah, that looks good, and a hit volume view, and this is the first hit volume. Oh, well, it only has 1, but still. Okay, so hit volumes container, and this one should be the status effects, and inside here we create a damage effect, which is a resource effect view, which is damage, and I don't know, 50, and fixed value, blah blah blah, yeah. Status effect combo view, and this script searches all the children for all kinds of status effects and adds it to the sword. Okay, we put the status effect combo there. Okay, I think this one's ready. Did I? Yeah, we need to make it a trigger. Yeah, so it's actually done, I think. So now we put this in the character's hand. So let me drag it here to the right hand position, and then we reset position and we reset rotation again, and you see it fits directly into the character's hand. That's because this character was made with this sword, so it fits perfectly already, so that's great. And since we're going to use visible holstered, we need to set unholstered parent and holstered parent. So the unholstered parent is the right hand position, and chest is the holstered parent. Let's just use the shield to begin with. Just use the sword to begin with. So I disable this shield for now. So we have sword, and we need to add it to the player. This one we add directly into weapon views. Oh, should be one only, and sword. And the other two weapons is still in the weapons container, so we don't need to put it directly in weapon views. And last but not least, we need to set up a new combat moveset. So let's duplicate the staff moveset. We rename it to sword. And delete this one. And yeah, we can call it a swing. Blah blah blah, primary. Yeah, we can use exact same thing actually. But maybe we should do a different animation. So we go to Overlord and we create a new layer, and we can actually use same layer for both single sword setup and single sword and shield. So we set the weight to 1 and create the empty state as usual, empty, and then we add animations from Mixamo as usual. I think we're going to use melee attack. Oh, this is the same one actually. Is there another one? No, not that one. Sorry. Okay, let's do the downward slash. No. Kick. Oh, sorry, this takes a ridiculous amount of time for no reason, so I end up with what I said from the beginning, so sorry. Okay, make a transition to it there. It doesn't have an exit time, but it has all the stuff, all the conditions that we always set up. Combos executed equals to 0. Combat moveset, what do we have now? The last one was 6, so we're at 7 now. Equals 7. And combat position equals 0 as usual also. Combat enabled, and primary attack. Primary attack, okay. And transition back also. And we can, yeah, okay, we can duplicate this. Because we're going to use the same attack with when we're carrying the shield also. So this one needs the exact same things, except we're going to use combat moveset 8 instead. Equals 0. Combat moveset equals 8. Was it 8? Yeah. 8. And combat position equals 0, and combat enabled, and primary attack again. And for the shield smash, I took this melee attack downward, and I just duplicated it and hit mirror. So now you can see that he smashes with his left hand. So that's going to be our shield smash. So I just put it here and add all these transitions as usual. Combat combos equals 0. Combat moveset equals 8, because this is for the shield attack, and combat position equals 0, and combat enabled, and secondary attack. Okay, that's it for the animations. So now we should be able to start using at least a sword for now. So we try it. Missing combat moveset for current weapon. Okay. Oh, I forgot to set it sword moveset for this one. So we try again. And as usual, the camera isn't following the character. And let me just fix this, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and now the camera is working again, but we also had made a mistake here. The hostile parent shouldn't be chest, it should be this one, the chest holder sword. And now it doesn't look weird. But there's also still one thing we need to do to make us able to select the sword, and that is to modify the player view script again. So this one we need to add the weapon 3 case, which is the sword style. And now we should be able to select it. So we try again. Weapon 3. And now we should be able to use the sword. You can see he carries it on his back here, and now we're using it. And if we deselect it again, or rather if we select another weapon, he puts it on his back. So now let's do the same thing with the sword as we did with the shield. So let's do it like this. We add it to the character's left hand. And we reset position and rotation, and it should fit perfectly into his left hand. Yeah. And then we do duplicate these two. We put it on the shield instead. Reset position, reset rotation. And remove these annoying ones that you get when you duplicate stuff in Unity. And hit volumes. Oh, yeah, sorry. We obviously need a melee script on the weapon itself. I'm going to add this like that. And status effects. We need to reset these. And this is sword and shield styled. And this one should also be visible holstered. That's good. And this one is not a blade, but the shield itself. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be at 0, and they need to be bigger. 0.5 perhaps. Yeah, 0.5. So we have a good hit volume on the shield also. And now we add another combat moveset, which is the same, and with just a shield smash also. Sword and shield. You can actually duplicate a lot of stuff here. So this one is the smash. Smash, it's a one-shot primary, blah blah blah, everything is the same. And except it's the secondary attack, of course. And yeah, oh yeah, of course we need to modify the script again. And this one is a little bit different, but not much. So combat moveset 4, it uses sword as the main hand, and then instead of unequipping the offhand, we sword and shield, set the sword and shield moveset in the offhand. Like that. And then we add the shield to weapon views. And then we play. And we should be able to... Oh, missing combat moveset. I forgot the same thing again. Sword and shield. Okay. And now we should be able to... You see, he's carrying sword and shield. Oh, it's a bit too high on his back. Oh, you know what? Sorry. I duplicated the melee script, and that's why things didn't look really good here. So it should be the left hand position, and it should be the chest holder instead of the chest holder sword. Okay. So now he's carrying sword and shield on his back, and we select the shield, select the sword. Okay, everything is not entirely correct, so I'm going to check this and come back. Okay, we're back again, and the problem was here. I'm copying and pasting too much. We should be equipping offhand by moveset, and this should fix the problem. So we have axe, we have sword and shield, we can attack with the left mouse button, a slash, and we can use the right mouse button to smash, and then we can use the sword only, and we can use the staff, which still has all the skills attached to it, or the moves rather. Okay, next part is to delete the sword and shield from the character and set up a pickup so we can pick them up dynamically. So to begin with, we're going to save these as prefabs. I have a prefab folder here. I'm adding the weapon, and I'm going to add the sword also. And then I'm going to add the sword and shield moveset, and the sword as a moveset. So we can do it. I actually had it there. I had something. Okay. I'm going to delete that and use the one that I just saved. And no, that's weird. It's a staff there that isn't this staff moveset, so I'm going to delete that also. It's always good to have stored prefabs. Okay, and now we can, we can delete this because we stored them as prefabs, and then we need to modify them a bit more. Okay, let's do it in two different types of pickups. One with both weapon and moveset, and one with only the weapon. So we delete the moveset also. So now we only have axe, staff and sword moveset, but we are still going to pick up sword and shield. Okay, how do we begin? Okay, so we need to add script here to find the position for where we want to place the weapon that we pick up. So this should be the unholstered position 2, and this should be unholstered position 1, and this should be holstered position 2, because the sword is the 1, and holstered position 1. And then we add these no, we don't add them, because these will be set when we pick them up. So what we did here, we added, for example, the unholstered position 1 to the right hand position, and what happens is that when you pick up the weapon, it tries to find this unholstered position and it sets this unholstered parent by game object. Okay, so to create a pickup we can add this to our scene. Where did it go? There. And we can delete melee weapon view, and no, I want to turn it, no, okay, move it down a bit so we can pick it up better. We can delete all this stuff. Let me first just break the prefab instance. Break prefab instance. So we delete this, delete, and we rename it to as a sword pickup. And we add pickup weapon view script, pickup weapon view, and now we simply add the prefabs that we added before. Sword. And this one doesn't need a combat moveset because we already have it stored in the character to begin with. So, and also obviously a box collider, so we can touch something. And yeah, let's try to pick it up. Whoops, it shouldn't be outside the game manager, it should be in the game level. Let's create a pickups container. Like that. And now we shouldn't get any errors. Oh, we still do get errors. What's the problem now? Okay, so the problem was that we have an array of 2 weapon views here, and we deleted the weapon, so that's why we get an error. So we just need to enter this, and it should work. And we can pick up the sword and use it. So now we need to do the same thing with a shield. So let's add it to the scene. Like that, and no, the other way, negative 90, 0, and let's move it a bit further away, and we get rid of this. And we get rid of this, and we add the pickup script, pickup weapon, and now we add both shield and sword and shield combat moveset prefab, and a box collider with a trigger. And for this one, we need to modify one last bit to make this work, because we don't want to unequip the sword when we pick up the shield. So we actually need to modify a base script in this particular scenario. So we go to combat entity base, and here we need to make a new case, a special case in this switch with sword. So we don't default into setting current weapon to null, and if we add a shield, we don't want to set the current weapon to this. We want to set the current second weapon to this shield instead. So we go back, and we should be able to pick up both the sword and the shield now. So axe, staff, and then we pick up sword, and we can attack with it, and then we pick up a shield also, so we can do sword slash and shield smash. Awesome. And I think he did the animation a bit too long there, and that's just because we haven't tweaked the values for the attack time. It needs to be tweaked so it fits the animation more smoothly. Okay, so I think we're done for this video. Yeah, you see, he does it twice there, and that's because the animation clips continues before the attack animator goes back to idle state. Okay, so we are done for this video. In the last video we're going to add skeletons to this scene so we can go and kill them. Okay, bye bye.